Hi, everyone, and welcome to investigation number 1 in the Weather and Water Kit. What is weather? As you can see from the first page of this investigation, FOSS provides you with the overall goal, which is to introduce the concept of weather and the tools that meteorologists use to measure it. This is further broken down into 3 specific content objectives that you can use daily. This next section is one of the most helpful elements of the FOSS guide for me. It acts like a pacing guide so that you can see your overall lesson broken down into parts from the introduction all the way through the assessment. It even includes things about the media links. The next pages have the necessary background information that will help teachers understand what they are teaching on a deeper level. If you're like me, this was not my area of strength, so I read and reread this, and it helped me a lot with getting to the basics of what I was teaching. The next section, titled Why Do I Have to Learn This?, is a helpful tool for teachers when dealing with resistant students or students who don't like science or are not engaged. It helps you anticipate what the students' reactions to the topic might be, and then it provides simple ideas to pique their interest and hook the students' attention. Once you're comfortable with the background and content and the goals for this lesson, you'll start to prepare. They provide a list of what teachers need to gather or to have on hand for each lesson. And the section titled Getting Ready for Part 1 will then walk you through what to do and how to prep with the materials they've asked you to gather. As well as you can see that down here at the bottom, I underlined how I was going to do my assessment. I also label what parts are going to be my do now. The next page, Conducting Part 1, provides you with an actual script you can follow for ease of teaching. If you're experienced and choose to use this script as a shell with, just to get the main ideas, that's fine as well. Basically, students are going to be watching a movie that shows various types of extreme weather. In my experience, my kids really get into this movie. They like it a lot. They like all the parts of it, in fact. As the book says, I have them complete step 2 as their do now with their group prior to starting the video. You'll also get a set of weather tools with this kit, and you'll need to calibrate them, so be sure to consult the teacher's guide to learn how to do this. I have very large classes, and my kids sit in groups of 4, and each group will get 1 or 2 tools to start out with, and then we'll start to measure the weather, and the groups will trade so that they've used all 4 tools and recorded their data by the end of the time. Other teachers that I know of choose 2 groups each day to go outside and gather the data quickly if you're not comfortable taking the whole class out. Again, there's room for flexibility with this. Here the lesson is broken down for you and explained completely. I simply just use one of the first questions that they include for my do now or my launch for the day. And for those of you who are looking for extension activities, FOSS provides you with a variety of ideas to choose from, so you don't have to go out and start from scratch trying to gather this data yourself or this information yourself. The last thing I want to touch on for this investigation is the student resource book. There are a variety of readings that are designed to reinforce what the students have learned during the investigation. And the readings that accompany this one are about how hurricanes are named. However, it's a bit outdated. They're naming hurricanes from the early 2000s up to, I believe it's 2005. So it may be helpful to research current names of hurricanes as well, because the kids do get into the reading. And there's also a guide that's shown here, what the tools are and how they're used, what they're used for. Again, that was investigation number 1 for weather and water. Thanks for watching.